Hello and welcome back, it's NovoBballski and you're watching Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Today we try not to freeze in the winter that is coming. Hey there, it's me again, from headquarters. Last time I promised you that I'd show you how the gravel processing plant version 2 is constructed, and here it is. And if you watch the rest of the episode, you will find out why this may not be a common occurrence anymore, so stay tuned. Hello and welcome back. As you saw, we built our processing plant for gravel. And there were a couple things that I don't want to mislead you. First, we did not have a covered hull to transport anything from the warehouse. And we needed mechanical components, so there was a little in between there where we didn't transport anything and our construction stopped. Two, the cement plant wasn't operating because, not the cement plant, the concrete batching plant, because we didn't have cement, because we didn't have a cement truck to transport any cement. So those two things we fixed, and everything is working now. While this got done, one of the gravel processing plants also got done. It's saying it needs power supply, it needs workers, but all we really need is an excavator. I like the big ones. There's not much price difference and it's 11 speed levels higher, so grab that. And then all you need to make this work is one or two dump trucks. That was a hard word to think of and I don't know why. But let's get the dump trucks. Where are they? Dumpers? I'll start with two. We'll see how it goes. And here now something a little important. Sometimes I forget this, and if I do, you should remind me. The first piece, you always want to load, but wait till full. Otherwise, they may just go back and forth without having anything in the truck. The second one, always unload and wait in the processing plant until it's unloaded. If you end up getting a line that blocks other traffic out here, what you should do, or what we should do, is extend this waiting line, or use the waiting line on the other side. You can't see it here with the tree there. But there's another, I want to show you. Okay. There's another entrance here that we could use as a queuing area. I don't think right now it's necessary, but those are options because these trucks, if you have them wait till unload, definitely can block your roads. And that can be really bad, really fast. So let's get that one going. Actually, let's play a little bit. Get that one going, get this one going. Now, there's already a problem that I can think of. Well, there's two problems that I can think of. The first problem, we now have an excavator here, and he's already doing what I was hoping he was not going to do. We have an excavator here, and he's going to do all the way to this gas station. And by the time he gets back to the processing plant, or the gravel quarry, it's going to be half full of fuel. Not half full, but it's going to be pretty close to that. So yeah, what we need is some form of fuel station up here in some area. I don't know where the best place is, but I do know what the best fuel station that I want to use is. Let's find one. There's a couple smaller ones, which I find very fitting for... What the... It's scrolling so slow. I don't understand why. Nope, it should not scroll this slow. Anyway. So here's a rural fueling station. It only has, I think, 12 tons of fuel that fit in there. And honestly, that's all we need. I would say, for simplicity reason, always keep it closer to where your slowest vehicles are. And if I can get it on this intersection with the power line connected, which looks like we do, that's all we want. Now we need to get this constructed pretty fast. They added one of these new assigned construction offices, and I didn't see that for the longest time in the beginning, but you can now just say, hey, construction office, you go here. Confirm, and now we'll start constructing that gas station, which is what we want. If you look around, there's one other thing that I haven't completed yet, and that was kind of by design, and I kind of also forgot about it. There's this little conveyor that we need to move any gravel from the processing plant into our storage area. So same thing here, build this, and we should be good to go. Now, one thing I want to tell you guys, I talked to developers a while ago, and there was a problem that I had for really long conveyor belts that sometimes construction would just stop and nothing would happen. I got really annoyed, so I used one of these clicky buttons. And what happens is the materials that you have are not going to be counted towards the discount here. So this says $8,200 in dollars, $6,100 in ruble. If you click this after steel or mechanical components have been delivered, those will not discount for anything. So now we just have to get all this built, and then we can continue with our nation. Everything else, I think, looks fine. It doesn't look like we lost. Actually, looking at the wrong graph. Let's see. Have we a lot of unemployed workers, pretty young. All this is good for this year. There's no big dip in people, which is what you want. There's actually a slight increase already. There's no escapes, which is very important, means people are happy enough. We have some births, we have some deaths. One problem we may face if we don't add more housing soon is that all these people that are living in these 3 buildings or in these housing units will have kids at the same time, will die at the same time, will become of age at the same time, and have needs for kindergarten all at the same time. It's just like, I got them all in the same hour or in the same minute of the game. So now they're all here now, and that means everything that happens will happen very simultaneously. The problem there is you can have death waves where you lose all your workforce, you can have sick waves, you can have kindergartens overrun, all because of that reason. So what we want to do is, we have a workforce now for 300 people. Well, actual productive age work is 170, which is pretty good. We just want to spread out our population. So in let's say in a few months of game time, we want to add another housing unit and maybe 1 or 2 more housing units and add more people. And that way our life cycles will be more spread out. If you have it more spread out, you have happier citizens for longer, and you don't have big trouble with finding workers for what you need. Let's see. What else is going on? Everything's kind of building. This one should be done pretty fast. Once this one is done, I have to send our distribution office to bring... I was confused why that little car was driving there. To bring the fuel out here so we have fuel nearby. But again, it's just important that you have a fuel station near your slow vehicles, which this one definitely is a slow vehicle. Let's see, we have everything that we need here. We just don't have another crane, road crane, or any other crane. There is a flatbed sitting here. There's the big crane and the small crane. I guess why? I'm not 100% sure. Steel framing. Oh, it's not big enough to have a mechanism on site. Otherwise, there should be a crane there. So there's some people working here, which is great. There are no people working here yet. There is room for a mechanism. I am hoping that one of these. This is just a normal bus. 7 workers, perfect. Here's some workers, and he goes to, this one goes to the conveyor belt, which is fine. The conveyor belt is important. The fuel station is not going to be important until this one needs to refuel again, and it's still more than half full, so it should be fine. What's coming out here? Steel. Oh, steel's for this one. So all of this is working. I think you will find that this one does not need 20 people working here. 10 is usually fine, I find. Yeah, we have 40 tons of gravel here, which is not a lot. And what I don't like is having no dump trucks waiting. I want one dump truck to sit here at all times and unload, so this is a continuous drop. We also have 50 tons of aggregate storage to import, which is why I use the processing V2 or gravel processing building V2, because the original one does not, I think it has 10 tons and almost no export. It's a lot less. Having it this way makes the game a lot quicker for gravel, and we need something to export soon, so this can be our first option to export. Okay, now this one is hooked up and ready to go. The only thing that really means for us is we no longer load gravel here. We may switch this to unloading gravel very soon, but not yet, so we don't need the small aggregate storage anymore. Just remove it. You can only put 25 buildings for the distribution office, so if you don't use something, remove it. That helps. So this is going a little slower than I expected. Actually, no, let's see. So ideally, I would like this truck to leave the processing plant and this truck to leave the quarry at the same time, and you can see it's barely half full at the same time. All that means is we're just going to construct another quarry. Same setup as before, confirm it, and then we can just use one truck per quarry. Otherwise, it's just the wait time that's sitting here, it feels a little long and unnecessary. There's not really much you can do here. You either increase the driving distance, but that's not really worth it. So we'll just do one truck per system. I was worried about this. I forgot to uncheck the purchase. Sorry, that was the wrong one. Ruble. I do not want you to purchase anything. Very good. And then we tell our fuel guy, this one's getting fuel, that you should also drop off fuel at this rural gas station. Yep, unload. 60% is probably, yeah, a little more. It's a pretty small gas station, so this one should be fine. Has 2.4 tons, but now we don't have to worry about that side anymore. Yeah, this guy's already leaving. Gonna fill up 79% of fuel at the border. Excellent. Yeah, I think this is looking good. This is gonna get built pretty fast, and yeah. To round out this episode, and that by no means is indicating that this will be a quick roundup, we need to talk about, let's pause this. We need to talk about how we're gonna make money. If you look at our money situation right now, we already spend 2/3 of our dollars and 440,000, 44% of our rubles. So overall, we about spent 50% of our total money that we had. And what do we have? We have some citizens, we have general construction set up, and that's about it. We really need some income, because if we don't have income, we can't have power, and we don't have power, the whole republic falls apart. So we can't have that. So what can we do? Well, I looked around. Let me pull up this map. And originally I was talking about the coal and iron down here, which I still think is a great place to be, but that may be for later for steel production. Steel production is very lucrative, but only if you can afford it. There is a pro and con there. A second thing would be the oil that's just above the, well, behind this mountain right next to us. So there's some, there's some, there's some. However, let me show you. There's a mod that I just found out about just a few days ago, and I think I'm screaming right now. I hope I make that better, sounding better later on. But the mod that I found is simply called Community Tech Tree. Look it up. Right now, this is version 0.4.0. There's a couple things wrong with it, but look what it does. It adds a tech tree that makes it actually unlock things that you had by the beginning of the game otherwise. What does this mean? Like, before, in the vanilla game, the chemical plant was one that I think you had to unlock. Then the mechanical components, where is it? Here? Yeah, mechanical components factory. I think those two you had to unlock, but nothing else really needed to be unlocked at all. And now this just adds a lot of other pieces that need to be unlocked before you can get it. One of them includes the oil rig. Oil rig, you know, sometimes you can make a lot of money right very at the beginning, very fast. I like that I don't have it available right away. Now you can unlock this pretty quick, probably with a university, but we have to build a university and we have to have people educated before we can think about making them do something different. Now, I don't know which university I want to build yet, and I hope the modded universities that we are probably going to use because they're smaller are going to be fit for the job, but we will find that out probably relatively soon. Yeah, and we'll go from there. So oil is not an option. It's really all I'm saying because of the new mod, which I really like the new mod so far. What else is there? Well, iron? Yeah, there's some iron, but iron is really not that useful just by itself. There's a big patch right down here, which we could use. But let's look back at coal. There is a big coal patch right here on the northern part of our map. And if you look, it's not that far away. You can, I think you can get here by bus, which is great. And if you can get there by bus, we can probably put some cable cars in too. Let me tell you, cable cars are awesome and keeping a mine producing. They may be the best thing that I have played with, and they're not prone to anything but power outages. Power outage is the only thing that can kill your cableway. So to avoid that, we either need to keep importing power like we are right now, or have a power plant that is supplied similarly to the cableway. We'll figure that out. I think honestly we're going to keep importing power for a while, but with coal, we will start, well, obviously producing our own coal and exporting coal, because exporting coal is not something to sniff about. Are we going to export coal with trains or with trucks? Honestly, the distance may warrant a train, but trains can be really expensive to set up in the beginning, especially since they cost a couple 100,000 rubles every time, so we may have to stick to trucks just at the beginning. Only problem is, well, we have crappy roads right now. All we have is gravel roads, but luckily we just built our gravel processing plant. We are producing the things. Well, you just saw all of this. I was just trying to recap why we're going to do things. So we need to gravel our roads. We need to start that ASAP. We need to connect to this corner of the map to get our coal set up. First, we're gonna probably run just a road out here, maybe over here, going for the city. That's probably fine. We'll run a road out there after we place a mine, so we can start on gravel. And one other thing, and I saw this in the comments already, so I did check them. We should set up a dedicated construction office up here, at least for our dump trucks. I love the idea of having dedicated construction offices just because if you have a multi-purpose construction office, it works really great if you have just one thing going on. But it's really crappy if you need a lot of anything, because then it just sometimes gets to it and sometimes not, and it just takes forever. If you have a dedicated construction office, you don't have those problems. Where is it? Construction office, right here. For dump trucks, I don't know, how many do I want? I don't know how many are in here. How big is 16? 16... 16 feels a little bit big, but not humongous, because I think we're not going to just have dump trucks in here, we're also going to have cement trucks. So I think I am okay with doing this. So yeah, let's get this one out here. And while that is building, we can plan our gravel route. I want to use this. It appears that I overrode my hotkey. Was it Alt? No. Okay. F1. I want... No, no, no. Click this. Do I click this? Ah. Why can I not... 2. feel like I can cancel anything but that blue one. Maybe we can consider this a bug. So this is this button. But it doesn't look like I can undo it. Okay, now. We tricked it. Excellent. Okay, let's get this one back. Click it on there, close this, close everything, and then on 2 we have our gravel road. So from here on, I want to be better about using gravel roads. And there's a mountain right here. Let's not try to run into the mountain right away. So let's construct a little smarter. If you remember, road is one of the things that my construction office is allowed to just figure out for themselves. So we just tell it, hey, go ahead, make that road. I don't know what we're going to do yet. If you didn't know, it is great if you can keep longer stretches of your road together so your construction office can dump the materials as it needs it and just do bigger stretches. Otherwise, you have some of your vehicles just having to leave all the time, and that will take extra time that you don't have to spend. Another thing you can do, and we're going to do that right now, is connect parts of your road construction so you can get to all 3 pieces at once instead of just one. Let's see, does this one too far away? Is this one? This one's in. So let's tell, it looked like that construction office picked up this piece. Did it pick up this piece as well? Yeah. So all of our roads are picked up by the construction office already, so they can do whatever they need to do now with the new construction office as we already planned. I want to get this coal mine started. There's a really nice big green patch here that looks lovely. We will probably need a new fire engine out here regardless, so I'm not worried about that yet. So what I'm looking at now is where is that conveyor belt going? Because I want it to go in a way that we can connect our storage. And since I did the update, 870 tons of coal ore versus 1950, 870 seems pretty okay. So I go with these. Make your conveyors short if you can. That will help you. Then we want this coal ore processing plant. Now, I know that if you have a fully decked out coal mine, meaning you have enough people coming in to mine your coal, that you can have at least 2 coal production facilities. So that's what I want to plan for. I will use our conveyors that we had earlier already for modding. I like the 1 to 3 mid conveyor, it just stays up higher. And 1, you can go under the conveyor, and 2, the conveyor itself has a road connection that will help. And with 2 extra connections, we should be able to put in our coal processing plants relatively easy. One thing I should probably mention, at this point in the game, I do not want to use any more gravel unless we absolutely need it. Any more dirt roads unless we absolutely need it, because we have enough money. That did not put the conveyor belt in. We do have enough money that we should be able to produce gravel everywhere. And gravel roads are simply faster and are more appropriate for what we need to do. Yeah, this angle seems okay. Splitting that in half, I will survive. Keeping this nice and straight. Oh, that's good. Now this piece becomes a little useless, just because it is where it is. All that's good. Now we need probably a bus station or a bus stop somewhere around here, which we can worry about later. For right now, I think having, yeah, this will work. Having that there will be just fine. Let's see, can we put some footpaths that make sense? I do think we can pretty easily. I like this. Let's kill this little bit of footpath that's there. And then we need definitely a bus station because that's how we're going to start here. I still like, for drop-offs, I do like the small bus stations a lot. So we're going to stick with that. Where is platform station? Trolley bus stop. Cool. Bus platform small. That's just a bus stop, really small. I would like to connect it to... See, so sometimes you may not want to have your roads connected right away, like this green one. If you don't want that, just hit Control, and you can place it in a different location. Sometimes that changes... That's good. This is good, but I don't think it's actually... These walkways are not completely connected. So you will have to connect one of them to the road network so that your construction office can actually do something. But I think this looks pretty good. I know that this one can connect to the processing plants and the coal mine. So all of this is great. Let's tell the guys that all these road constructions can begin. Now, this is not the most optimal setup for the road, but it will be fine. As you can see, we're already starting our production. Gravel seems to be doing okay. We have workers here. Are we needing anything? We need asphalt. Asphalt makes me think we don't have enough dump trucks right now, or they're driving somewhere else, which makes sense. Dump trucks are something that we will buy a bunch of very soon, just because that's what this construction office is for. So, yeah, I don't have a problem adding a couple more. Let's speed up the game a little bit. I'm not opposed to playing at double speed in this game, just because it still looks pretty. There's some other games that just get too fast, and it's a little but this will work. Okay. While those roads are happening, and we have all the roads that are in between here, we have to update them before too long. Man, it's already August? I'm regretting... I am very much regretting not... We have to do the technical service, and we also have to do... No, we're not going to buy them, but we are going to assign them. I'm regretting making a time-lapse video earlier of the gravel processing plant, because I lost a lot of planning time for the rest of our republic. Things we need. We need this heating plant, which we may end up... My nose is very itchy, like last time. We need to build the heating plant. We need to build the heating pipes. We need to build the heating exchanger. Very important. And then we have to get coal in here. We have to have technical services set up. You know what? All of this tells me we need to stop everything we're doing. It is August. It's going to get cold very soon. Quarry gravel? No. Construction office? No. Roads, you can wait. All of you can wait. Technical office, very important. We need the pipes, very important. Really just the things I was just talking about. We need this guy. And these all need to be done in any order just soon. Do we have everything? We have everything. Okay. Yeah, so these all have to get done very, very quickly. Otherwise, our people will freeze to death, and if we lose all our population right away at the beginning, we are dead. Well, not fully dead, because we have some money left, but we need all of this very soon. So, let's just see. What I want to see is that all these vehicles, or most of them, are actually in action and doing something. And if we are out of any of the types of vehicles, I'm just going to add a couple more. Dumpers, yep, very good. I think this means I can buy one or two more. This will work just fine. How many dumpers do I need? I don't know. I have now 4 plus 5 is 9. 10 is a good round number. Let's start with that. I think there's room for 16 at the one up here, which is great. How are we looking here? There's gravel. And there's gravel. Everything's doing just fine. Okay. Yeah, no, we need to have this one done for sure. We need heat. Then we need a way to get people here, which that will be a challenge because this is all dirt roads. Which means we should upgrade at least parts of these. We can't have everything as crappy road. We don't have any dump trucks right now, but once we have dump trucks available here, we will change that over to the roads. But yeah, let's see what happens. Right now it's still warm. 2 more months of game time, I think. I don't actually know when it turns into winter, and we will probably run into an issue. My hope is that most of our buildings that we're constructing right now will be constructed quick, so we can concentrate our efforts in other places. One nice thing, if you run this and want to check, make sure that at least one of these is always moving up. One of these percentages should always move up. Technical office, yeah, it's moving pretty fast. That's good. And once that is done, we need to throw some snowplows in there. That's important. Let's make this look prettier. Prettier? Control G. Very good. Everything is moving. Everyone is building something. Beautiful. Yeah, I'll probably see you when something happened. That didn't take long at all. We have a bunch of people sitting there, or a bunch of dump trucks sitting here not doing anything. So we can assign the roads. Get the gravel out here. Get the gravel out here, guys. That's what we want. Okay, let's see, what are we missing? Concrete. We don't have concrete, but we have concrete guy there. What are we missing? Do we not have enough cement? We have cement. We have no workers. Uh-oh. Did we lose workers already? There's people. There's people, but we are out of kindergarten space. And there's too many people working in here. 7. That's all we need, but that's something you need to watch out for, and I didn't. I tried to get a pretty picture, but, you know, this happened. So, let me turn myself back on. There we go. Okay, yeah. So, the people that were here, one, there's not enough space in the kindergarten. Kindergarten is full, and we can't fit any more people here. It would help if we have more kindergarten space right now. So let's find one, playground. One worker is not going to be enough. One more of these if we can fit it. For some reason my scrolling adjustments are really fine today. I'm not really sure why. It's not something I particularly need. But it is what it is, so we'll deal with it. Uh-oh, haha, oh, fire. Fire department is going out. Let's see where it's going. Oh, this would be a really bad one if we cannot put that out. So let's hope there's enough firefighters in there. And this guy can do what we need it to do. Yeah, let's keep the progress on. We are in September. I am getting really nervous about this winter that's coming. We need kindergarten. Okay, playground. This one is just so big. And only has one more worker. I hope that translates into the number of kids that can be there. Oh, okay, now the scrolling's more normal. Did we put it here? Fire was put out. That was important. I think this is a good spot for that. That's fine. We don't need that one, but we need 10 people on here. Now, it would be really nice if we could manage a priority system, but we don't have that yet. It's something that's been requested by a lot of people, and I know the developers have seen it, but at this point we don't have a priority system for the construction office. I hope that's coming, but we don't have it yet. This yellow color everywhere makes me very, very nervous. I need more people. I would hate to do it, but if there's snow on the ground, I'm going to stop the game and build everything we need to build so our people don't freeze to death right away. Just FYI, we cannot afford losing people right now. And it's not looking good for our plan. Maybe in November we will see the first snow? I don't know. Our temperature is still 30 degrees. That is okay, but it's not going to stay that way for very long. So, yeah. Let's see what happens here. Oh, good. We have the big crane on here. We have all the resources already here, so all we need is people. And the crane gives you a pretty good boost, so that pipe should be done pretty quick. We have the heat exchanger almost where we need it, so that's good. We don't have gravel imports anymore at the moment, but I think for this year we are going to buy coal in this heating plant. Is that what it's called? I hope that's what it's called. Well, that's what we need. Yeah, I really just want that guy done. Make me a little nervous. Yeah, but honestly, there's not much we can do right now but wait, so we will just keep waiting for a little bit and see what happens. Almost looks like we don't have gravel. Do we have gravel? We are pretty low on gravel. Not good to have right now. There's enough stored there, and I'm sure there's some people coming in from here, but we need a lot more gravel. Is this guy out of gravel? Concrete. Concrete needs gravel. Okay. Aboard this, we need to import gravel until we have enough gravel. Go. Go. Oh. Ha. You remember how I said earlier, take out the things that you're not going to have in your route anymore? Yeah, that's true, but we need stuff to happen. We need more gravel. I should probably not have turned that off in the middle of building anything. What's this one need? You have everything, but you need a lot. And how many more work days? 528. Oh my. Oh my. I don't know we're gonna make this. I don't see it. We need more buses, that's for sure. They will have just the heating plant as a route. We could put another bus stop somewhere over here potentially, but honestly, it's not going to make a huge difference because then they have to run or walk instead of be outside. How many do we have? 88 workers without a job, 11 can't work, 15. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are having kids right now. They can't go do their job because they have to watch their kids, which is totally fine and totally understandable. But nothing can happen until we have gravel. So the two slowest trucks are moving to get us gravel. We have some gravel coming in because now it's getting produced, but it's also getting picked up as fast as it comes in. Okay, there's 20 tons of gravel. No workers. Man, I don't know that we're gonna make this by the first snow. I really hope we are, but I don't know. I'm smiling because not long ago, today actually I read it, someone was saying, hey, I really like your map. Looks interesting, looks nicer generated than what I've seen before. And my response was, yeah, but I hope I didn't chew a bit of more than I could chew. And right now it looks like winter is coming mighty, mighty fast. So, lessons learned, we should have done all of these things right away. Get the heating done, and maybe it can justify having the heating set up as part of the initial buy for everything. I think I'd be okay with that. Let's buy a snowplows. Get as many as you can. They're not going to hurt if you have more. But maybe this is part of the initial buy and setup of things, like the construction office. You need some heating if you have seasons enabled, otherwise the people will just die. 19 degrees. Are we still okay? What is... Is it maybe until this one hits 0 or gets close to 0 that things are getting bad? Average age, average lifespan, everything is good. Health is still good. I do think they changed the cold setting that people get just more sick and eventually they die instead of dying off right away, which I think is a good change. Oh, good, the pipes are done. So the only thing we need is the heating plant and the kindergarten. That sounds fair. Heating plant, what do you need? Concrete. Where are my concrete trucks? Do we not have... Let me guess. When the concrete trucks get here, there are no workers. There's one There's one. Good. Fill up, fill up, fill up, fill up. Uh-oh, only one person left. Fill up, fill up, fill up, fill up, fill up, fill up. Fill up, fill up. Ooh, he left before he was full. 3.1 tons. No, that's not good. That is not good. What that means to me is that this bus needs to start going. So we have more people coming in at the same time. Kindergarten, what do you need? Concrete. Both sides need concrete. Oh my. It's getting cold. It's not good. Yeah, government loyalty, that is fine for now. Temperature in building is too low. So this means that your health will decline really fast, and when that happens, you will start losing citizens. I would love... Oh, it's so expensive. 68,000. Yep. Saw what I did there? Click the button to construct it automatically because we cannot afford to lose people. We're going to import some coal and make that concession, and that is it. When this is... Come on, be done. There we go. So now we're going to tell these guys, please buy enough coal to run the power plant. No, it's not a power plant, it's just a heating plant. And then we're going to have at least 2 microbuses going back and forth directly between this building. Okay, make everything move. This one can get the same one, and I will let it leave once this guy is in the bus station over here. Now, we don't have experimental line spacing on, but we can do it a little manually, and if they clump up a little more later on, we just add another vehicle, then there should be always 2 vehicles that have enough space in between them. And that should be good enough. Let's see. He is just getting in. Let's get this one started. He's going to get gas right away, I think. And all of these are now done. Oh, the kindergarten is not done yet, but they'll get done. And the rest is just, well, the roads that we canceled earlier, but we'll get those. So we didn't have snow, but we had low temperature, low enough where we could lose some people, and I cannot afford that. We cannot afford that at this point. Which I think is a good stopping point. We have heat for now. Heat is happening. Oh, at this point I think we can turn the gravel off again because it's not important anymore. We're just using it for roads now, and roads we don't have to pay for like that. So our first year is almost over. Pretty fast, but we have heat, we have construction, we have materials, we have the services, we have relatively happy citizens. Yep, they just can't work because they all have children, and if they all have children, yeah, some people are working here good. If they all have children, well, we need to do something. Let's see, how many people are actually waiting here? Barely anyone is waiting at the bus stop. Not ideal. Not ideal at all, but once this kindergarten is done, the episode will be over, and we should be able to see more people going to the bus stop and waiting again. Do I? Yeah, I have a school. I have a regular school. Good. I was worried. I was worried I didn't have a regular school. Okay. We have a kindergarten. I just want to see staff come in here. Once we have a staff in there, the people that can't work right now should be able to work again. And that's all we need. So this one has people that are working now. We are paying a lot of money for coal. I would like to not do that, but I don't think there's a real way around that. If we don't have coal, we don't have heat, and if we don't have heat, we lose people. Luckily, the heating plant is only running while we actually need heat, so this container is almost full. If it is full and it's not being used at all, I think this heating plant is going to be shut up or shut off, which I think is pretty neat. And it appears that when I re-enabled this, I didn't tell it to go 3,000 meters. Okay, that's all for today. You've seen what we did. We completed our gravel plant. We cheated, we got our heating plant because we can't afford to lose people. And we are planning out our coal export from over here, which I still don't know how exactly we're going to do that, but that's in the cards now. We need to start producing more gravel. Once we start producing more gravel, to produce more gravel, obviously we also need to finish this gravel quarry, because one gravel quarry simply isn't enough. We need to complete and produce more gravel, very important. And once we have all that, I think we're in a pretty good setup for the rest of the map, at least for now. We'll see what we'll do next time. Probably something with cableways going to our coal plant. That's coming. There's going to be a lot of road graveling and those things, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, do all the YouTube things, click all the buttons, come back next time. I appreciate having you guys. Always appreciate having comments. If you have any suggestions, any things that I did well, any things that I did wrong, any things that you will just do different, let me know. We'd love to consider them. If they help us, I will definitely implement them. Okay, that's all for now. Bye!